happened. It just suffice to say, I'm giving Homicide what he wanted, and what he deserves is Black G's.
Black G's, a 20-year vet and former champion in multiple companies, and also a former right-hand man of Homicide's here. Referee Nick Shin getting the action underway here. Both of these men very familiar with each other. The time for talk is over.
And Homicide choosing to display a little bit of the wrestling knowledge and ability that he's not often known for. He's known as an extreme fighter, there we go, Nick Shin.
Often overlooked, to your point, is Homicide's technical ability, but he has held world titles and major titles everywhere he's gone throughout his career. And not only that, training guys like Ghost Shadow, the Catalyst Wrestling freestyle champion.
And look at that headlock by Black G's. A takedown of his own.
Oh, now we're rolling through. Cover one. Another cover. Again, one. Rolling through again, just trying to keep G's on his toes and forcing him to release. And oh,
this is important for Homicide. This is coming off of a not expected result of his feud with Colby Carino.
You mean a devastating loss at the hands of the Catalyst Wrestling champion in that Side-Out Island fight?
That's another way to put it. Yes, it wasn't exactly what either of us expected. And Homicide just wants to, I guess, sort of start from scratch to show everybody that he still has it. There's a lot of people that were saying that he, maybe he's past his prime.
That's a great point. G's himself thinking Homicide has gone soft, and Homicide thinks that there's a better way to do business here in Catalyst Wrestling, perhaps. But G's, shoulder block takedown there. G's getting some footing of his own here, but left off his foot there by Homicide. Again, deep arm drag.
Shades of Tito Santana, another one. Ricky Steamboat even.
And locking in that shoulder right at the joint.
And again, I think Homicide maybe thought G's was expecting a fight and chose instead to throw a little bit of technical wrestling, but not for long. There he goes. He can manipulate those joints. He can put on submission holds. Homicide is very well versed in the submission arts.
A denizen of the digits for sure. Again, knocking down both of these men. Look, telegraphing each other. Homicide getting the better, but you can see the familiarity between them.
They do know each other so well. And again, another
back to that
drag.
Deep arm drag and holding on. Oh, and now to the rib cage while still manipulating the digits. And G's still trying to find some solid footing here. He's aligned himself with Jordan Oliver here in the Capitol.
And you can see some great positioning by Homicide, grabbing a hold of the arm, working the arm, allowing himself to catch his breath a little bit as well.
Scoop slam by Homicide.
And now Homicide, oh yeah, there we go. He's gonna make him suffer. That's the thing about Homicide. He's very methodical.
Has him up. Rolling through, holds on to the ropes, though, as Homicide wisely, kitchen sink. That knee to the gut there.
And Jordan Oliver on the outside.
On the outside, yeah.
He's making some valid points.
And now, Black G's stomping the chest, trying to seize control.
Yeah, taking the opportunity here.
Now manipulate. Referee Nick Shin right in the position to tell him he's got to break the hold, but G's going to use every bit of that count that he can. Now biting. Looks like he's biting the head.
He got the shoulders down. That is a very unique pinfall, that's for sure. I've never seen somebody bite their opponent into getting a pin.
Went for the elbow. Nobody home.
And again, maybe a little bit of a distraction from Jordan Oliver on the outside, getting into Homicide's head as well.
Telling Black G's he's a goat while bleeding himself.
Back and forth, these two going at her. Black G's trying to maybe break the ribs of Homicide. That'll knock the wind right out of you.
Into the corner goes Homicide. Back elbow, separation, much needed. Oh, scoop slam. Cover 1, 2.
This match has been back and forth, and again, I think it goes back to what you were saying, where they know each other so well because the momentum only lasts for so long before one of them counters the other one. And now Black G's manipulating the joints.
Lessons shared on the battlefield of professional wrestling over the past decades together.
Now Homicide onto the outside. Dangerous place to be for him. Throughout this, he's been taking a lot of beating. The referee, Nick Shin, admonishing Jordan Oliver to stay away.
Oh, now Black G's going back. And now choking him, but Nick Shin in position. Jordan Oliver trying to distract, but referee Nick Shin.
I think he's just trying to provide words of encouragement to Black G's.
Oh, you would. Snap suplex by G's, cover 1. Only a 1 there, barely 2.
I mean, look, maybe this is showing you that Homicide is not the same guy he used to be. Look, I wouldn't say this to his face, but I was disappointed a little bit. I mean, I hired him for a job, and he just couldn't accomplish that task.
Of course you wouldn't say it to his face, because the last time you guys were face-to-face, you practically wet your pants.
Well, that's only the footage that you saw. They never showed all the footage after that and the conversation we had after that.
Driving the chest of Homicide into that corner with the strong Irish whip right into the turnbuckle. That sternum.
Maybe Homicide has gone soft.
Nothing soft about these shots being exchanged. Irish whip again.
Ooh, the intensity of that. You heard that buckle? The clang of that turnbuckle just smashing against the back of Homicide, knocking the wind out of him.
And this is a position we don't often see Homicide in, as the punishee and not the punisher.
Again, maybe it's one of those situations where he cannot handle it. He's not used to being in that circumstance. I mean, look.
Oh, slingshot suplex, cover. 1, 2. You gotta wonder about the wisdom of Black G's here not hooking the leg. Perhaps some mind games here.
He's trying to humiliate Homicide. Again, who he's called out publicly as being too soft.
Trying to turn him over. Can he get Homicide over? Has it. Boston Crab. Oh, look at the torque on the back. The massive arms of Black G's pulling back on those legs, forcing all that pressure on the spine. Will he tap? Will Homicide tap? He's right in the center of the ring. Nowhere to go. Referee Nick Shin in position. This could be it.
As if his back didn't hurt enough from that turnbuckle shot.
Climbing now to the ropes. Can he make it? Just out of reach. Oh, and he's got it. Gotta break the hold. And Homicide, for now, gets a reprieve.
And I don't think that was a mistake by Black G's, by the way. I think that was methodically planned after the fact, after he dragged Homicide into that buckle. And again, he works the back. Look at working the upper back, below the shoulders. He's spotted that there's a weakness there, and he is going right after it. That is great strategy by Black G's.
Took a second to talk a little trash and got a throat chopped for good measure, and now
European uppercut.
The receipt coming. Oh, wait a minute. Double underhook. Went for the DDT. Couldn't get it. Another European uppercut.
Back and forth. These two are just...
Homicide can barely stand right now. Looked like he went for a flatliner, but Homicide held onto the rope. DDT. This could be the opportunity he needs. Homicide calling for it.
Did he just call for a towel? Does anyone know what he's saying?
Jordan Oliver might need to throw in the towel is what he's saying, because Black G's is on the ropes here. This could be it. We've seen this before. He's destroyed many a man here. Went for that cop killer roll for 1, 2.
You can see that delay was all it took for Black G's to try to take advantage.
Has him up. Oh, swinging neck breaker. Cover. 1, 2. And now Homicide in control again.
You can see he's still in quite a bit of pain. He's not moving as crisply and as quickly as he could be.
The punishment by Black G's. Oh, belly to belly overhead suplex. This has got to be it. Cover. 1, 2.
Count of 2 only, says referee Nick Shin. Homicide confused. I mean, you know.
You would figure that that would have done it right there. That impact.
I mean, both of these competitors are so tough. It is difficult. It takes a lot out of both of them to keep them down. I mean, you have to talk about what Colby Corino had to do.
Up and over goes G's. Hang on here. Ducking underneath. Sliding through. Now he nails it. This is it. Cover. 1, 2. Oh. Just barely making it through. Nailed in the center of the ring was Homicide.
Homicide pointing up to the sky there. Maybe calling up for some help from the Almighty, but I don't know if anyone's going to show. Black G's slowly making his way again. Both of these competitors exhausted. It's been a back and forth brawl here.
The brutality that comes along with knowing somebody else for this long.
Put him out.
They say there's no honor among thieves. Oh, has him up. Exploder suplex cover. 1, 2.
And for the second time in this match, Homicide able to pull out a suplex out of nowhere.
Both men operating on instinct at this point.
Yeah, it takes a lot out of you, and you can see the slow movement by both of them as they both try to figure out the next step. Homicide trying to put an end to Black G's. Black G's sliding away.
Went to get him up, couldn't. Drop toe hold. Is he locking it in? There it is. Has the STF. And now it's Black G's who's in the middle of the ring.
Homicide trying to modify it, but taking elbows to the...
elbows right to the nose, Harry.
That'll wake you up.
Oh, the cutter! The 187! This is it! 1, 2! Oh!
So close. So close. And you can see Homicide very frustrated at this point.
The wear and tear on both men, escaping from the STF just to find himself nailed with that 187, that cutter. Black G's is in trouble here.
Homicide again, trying to perhaps go for a spike pile driver.
Wait a minute, Jordan Oliver on the apron here, and Homicide makes quick work dispatching him. Oh, but the distraction proved all Black G's needed. Nailed it. Cover. 1, 2. And Homicide kicks out again.
Suplex maybe, an attempt here by Black G's. Whoa! Just dropping him right on his head, on his neck. And I don't think that was a mistake by any means. That was intentional. Black G's now finally making it up to the top rope. He's been setting this up for a while, or attempting.
Frog splash. Cover. 1, 2, 3. And Black G's victorious over Homicide here. What a statement by Black G's, Harry.
Well, I mean, it's impressive. I mean, it's definitely impressive. Homicide has been a top dog here.